A very warm welcome to you from Green Gully Reserve here in Melbourne's northwest for this Friday night fixture as we begin round 11 of NPL Victoria. It's 7th placed Green Gully and 6th placed Hume City. I'm Steve Curtin and thank you for joining me for this broadcast wherever you may be tuning in from on NPL Vic's YouTube channel or our Facebook live stream. These teams currently separated by just one solitary point on the league table, so there's lots to play for here tonight. It really is, as they say, one of those old 6-point matches. To the starting lineups for the home side, Green Gully, just one change from their match last week. Their team, coached by Stephen Downs, sees number 3, Jordan Lampard, number 4, Jordan Hall, number 6, Daniel Jones, number 7, Jay Davies. Coming into the side, Nick Kalmar, number 9, Alex Salmon, number 14, Matt Fletcher, number 17, Adisu Bayu, number 21, Timmy Purcell, number 23, Jonathan Boonis, and number 24, Gerard Tyson. As we're just underway here now, there's a slight amount of rain falling, and it's Hume City in their white chain strip. They're playing from the left to the right of your screen tonight. This is Boonis for Gully. Early touch for Kalmar. Kalmar been handed the captain's armband tonight. His first start for a little while. This is Wilson playing it back to his goalkeeper, Michael Weir. No change for this Hume City side, which we'll read out for you shortly when there's a lull in play. Ball forward looking for Cooper. He comes into the area and turns sharply. Looks to play it across the area. Just hits that back fence behind the goal. First bit of action here tonight. It's Mitch Cooper lining up out on the left-hand side at the moment. Playing more centrally last week. Won that penalty to get them back into the game in that win over Pascoe Vale. It's Tyson with the goal kick. It stays in somehow. Jay Davies playing it back. Jordan Lampard. This is Fletcher. Kalmar. Davies. There's a nutmeg there in the middle of the park. Brought a smile to the faces of a few of the young guys watching here on the hill. Boonas comes forward. He's got Kalmar in support. Playing it out there, looking for Bayu. Here's Kalmar again. First time pass for Salmon. He's well defended, though, by his Hume City opponent. This is Steve Hewitt playing it back to his central defender. Boonas. It's Purcell. Purcell lining up at right back tonight. That position's seen a few changes. Last time we were watching this team, it was, last time I was here, in fact, it was Jeremy Walker. Last week, obviously, Manny Muscat, so a couple of ex-A-League players in that position. And today it's Timmy Purcell made the switch from centre midfield to accommodate the return of Nick Kalmar into the centre of the park for the Gully side. It's a foul there by Kaya. Just come in to the challenge. The aerial challenge a little bit too late, and Green Gully's taken the free kick quickly. This pitch was looking exceptional on my way past, but it does appear that it's looks like it's been had some work done on it, and there's a little bit of sand kicking up as the ball's played across the park tonight. But otherwise, it looks very level, very flat, and it's a good surface to play some good football on. Here's Fletcher for Gully. His pass is turned over though. It's Tennant. Bowler in the middle of the park there. This is Dixon playing it back to Michael Weir. I've seen his brother Lockie Weir playing some great football at North Geelong Warriors so far this season. In some of the games that we've covered down there in NPL 2. Ball comes into the box from Brown, and it's side netting. I've just been alerted to the man we were just talking about a moment ago. Michael Weir has gone down after playing that kick. He did take a bit of a divot as he played it, and I hope he hasn't injured himself in the process. How easy it is to do some ankle ligament damage when you do something like that. I've taken a few divots myself in my playing days. So just a slight intermission. So it was the ball coming through from Brown and then Mitch Cooper playing into the side netting before the delay. I really hope that Michael Weir is okay. He's an army of, I believe, 4 brothers that are all top-level footballers playing around Victoria. Down here from Queensland. I was actually sitting behind Michael's mum at the FFA Cup game between North Geelong Warriors and Richmond recently, which North Geelong won 1-0. And she actually told us about the sensation that is football24.com. On the FFA Cup nights, that can come in very handy, that website, let me tell you. If you like goal alerts, we'll actually send an alarm sort of type sound after a goal scored in any of the games, even if you're watching on your mobile or your PC. Now, players are just moving around trying to keep warm. It's not too cold here at Green Gully Reserve for this time of year. It could be worse. The light rain is starting to ease. Now, while we have this delay, we might go through the rest of the starting lineups. But firstly, the substitutes we didn't get to for Green Gully. Number 1, the backup keeper is Lucas Spinella. Number 11, T-Boy Kamara. Number 12 is Finn Back. Number 15 is Seb Pieruccio. And number 16, William Siamis. That starting lineup again for Hume City, as we said, unchanged from last week. If you're on a good thing, stick with it. Number 1, Michael Weir. Let's hope he's okay to continue. Number 4, Paul Wilson. Number 5, Daniel Dixon. Number 6, Harry Monahan. Number 7, Urson Kaya. Number 8 is James Brown. Number 10 is the attacking mid, Steve Hewitt. Number 14 is Mitch Cooper. 15 is Hayden Tennant. 17, Gideon Sweet. And 18, Benjamin Bowler. As we are back underway, that tall figure of Michael Weir is hobbling around out of your picture, and we look like he will continue. It's turned over here by Gully, and here comes Kaya. His touch is a bit heavy, and that allowed Daniel Jones to sweep in and take that ball away. And the referee has interpreted that it's flicked off his own foot and gone out for a goal kick. Our match referee tonight is Ianos Zios. His assistants, Janelle Summit and Jordan English. The 4th official is Almir Asipi. Here's Davies. Lampard turns, nearly runs out of room, but just keeps it in. Only just. Bunas for Lampard. This is Fletcher. Jones. It's Fletcher. And the 2 Gully players on a different wavelength there. Kaya's out on the right-hand side now. Monahan just playing it back to Wilson. He's got Dixon next to him. Bunas. Kalmar. Davies. Lampard has some space to bring the ball forward. Davies. This is a touch for Salmon. Can pick him out tonight. He's got a brace on his left wrist. Hall. Jones bringing the ball forward, looking for Fletcher. He's defended by Tennant. Davies. Gully with the patient approach at the moment. This is Purcell looking for Kalmar. Looks like he'll be offside. He is flagged offside indeed. So at the moment, that front three for Hume City sees Ersin Kaya lining up in the number 9 position. He was out in the left wing last week. Cooper is on the left. And Brown did begin that passage of play on the right, but he interchanged positions with Tennant, who had come to provide the overlap. Here's Kaya. He's been lively so far. Just switch it for Tennant. Fletcher does well, tracking back and winning that ball. Wilson. Michael Weir still hobbling around. He hasn't certainly hasn't been tested by this Gully side yet. Here's Kaya. Cooper. He tries the shot. Appeals for a handball. They're waved away by referee Zizis. So Mitch Cooper appealing for a foul off the ball there. Referee Zizis having none of that. So we've gone just over 10 minutes so far here at Green Gully Reserve, and the action in the penalty area has been mainly at the end of the attacking end of the visitors. Hume City. It's otherwise been a fairly cagey opening. Obviously with that delay for the injury to the ankle of Michael Weir. Here's Tennant. Tennant comes forward again. Hewitt. Brown. Kalmar slides in to snuff that one out. Tennant with the throw. Calls for movement from his teammates. It's a little bit static just at the moment. Throw's looking for Kaya. Brown with the header. Here's Kaya. Bunas. Jones with the switch. He's got Bayou out there. Bayou pressured by Gideon Sweet. Tries a bit of a sole of the foot change of direction. Wins the throw. Good crowd in, as you can see over on that far side. There is a lot of football going on tonight. All over Melbourne. Ball played across the area. That was a huge, huge chance. It was Bayou coming in and he just missed his kick. Bunas. Davies. He's asked to get up. Here's Salmon. Can he get a shot away? He can't. So all of a sudden Green Gully come forward and really should have scored there. Here's Purcell with the throw. Davies with the volley. Bunas. It's away by Tyson. He's just kicked that high and long. The header was won well by Dixon. Here goes Brown. Brown, one of the players in the longer sleeves tonight, as is Tennant, who will be taking the throw. Takes it quickly this time. He played the 1-2 with Hewitt there. Here's that tall figure of Michael Weir. Wilson. This is Hewitt. He's got Brown there. Brown can turn and face forward. He's got a lot of time on the ball there, Brown. Hewitt again. Bunas plays it through. It's going to run too long, and Weir can get that one easily. He does look pretty proppy still, though, so hopefully he can run that one off. Here comes Hume down this far side. Davies goes down and wins the free. Green Gully play the ball forward, looking for Alex Salmon. Cleared by Tennant. Looked like a foul there on Hewitt. It will be. It's taken quickly by Monahan, the skipper. As Hume come forward down this far side. It's turned into quite an open game all of a sudden, so that's good for all the fans that are here. Over on that, the club room side there that you can see in your picture, and also there's a large contingent gathered on the hill here now as well, which is even greater in numbers than when we called the game here on a sunny Saturday afternoon. So, yeah, as I was saying, considering so much football on tonight, obviously Melbourne victory and Wellington Phoenix, elimination final in the A-League, and another 4 NPL Victoria games taking place also tonight around Melbourne. There is certainly a lot happening. There's also a game in another code happening at Docklands as well. Kalmar with the header. It's Tennant. This is Hewitt. He's looking for Cooper. Fletcher's won the free kick, sorry. It's an early yellow card to Monahan. Didn't look like there was too much in it, but referee Zizis was straight on the spot to award the yellow card there to Monahan. Be Lampard to take the free kick. Salmon is asking for it long. He hits it in that direction. Salmon brings it down in his chest. So dink it in for Fletcher. Fletcher on the instep with a volley. Puts it wide. Well, it was fairly route one type football from Green Gully. Free kick from Lampard. He chested down by Salmon, who had a little bit too much time to easily bring it down and play Fletcher in. And Fletcher really should have done better. Michael Weir unable to take his goal kick. It's banged forward, but Davies heads it back. It's a bit of aerial tennis by the two teams in the middle of the park here at Green Gully Reserve. The earlier game tonight in the under-20s was a thrilling finish and a 1-1 draw between these two teams. Certainly these two clubs located close to each other. There is quite a few players who have lined up for both of these sides. Mitch Cooper, one that springs to mind, is part of that great escape last year at Amy Park for this Green Gully side, where they came within a couple of minutes of relegation to NPL 2. Bayou's advance on that right-hand side was well defended, but Green Gully have won their first corner of the night. Nick Kalmar heading out there to take it. Some big targets in the box. Fletcher, Salmon, Boonis, Jones, and Hall, who scored in the game that we commentated here against Pascoe Vale. In it comes. It's Lauren at the near post. This is Davies. Good crosser of the ball he is. He's got Jones in that advanced position. Just dinks it across. Looked like it had gone behind for a goal kick, but linesman has indicated another corner. Linesman on that far side is Jordan English. One of a trio of Jordans involved in the action tonight, if you also include Lampard and Hall. Kalmar can swing this one in. A little bit more height on this one, perhaps. It's driven in again. It's well away by Monaghan. This is Dixon bringing it down this left-hand side for Hume City. Skips past one and another. Great play from Dixon. Cut out by Davies, though. He had Brown in support. That was the target of the pass. Chaotic football. You can see that, as we said earlier, there's been a bit of a redressing of this pitch. There's sand flying everywhere. I'm not sure if it's affecting the quality of this match, but it's a little bit haphazard at times for players of this quality. And it's a mistake there by Weir. Salmon's capitalised. It could have been a handball. But then he couldn't make the most of it, though, Alex Salmon. When on another day, you might have done better. It just seems like when the ball is bouncing, it's gripping on that sand and getting a lot of backspin and becoming quite unpredictable. They might need to crack the sprinklers on at half-time to get this pitch to settle down so that the ball will actually play through. Second yellow card of the night. Looks like it might have gone to Jay Davies, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a bit of argy-bargy in the middle of the park now. Enos Zizis will sort this one out, though. And unfortunately, we can confirm that is the end of the night for Michael Weir. Sustaining that injury, trying to play the ball up the park earlier. He's replaced by his substitute goalkeeper, number 20, James Kaparanovsky. The other subs on the bench tonight for Hume City, which I don't think we got to before. Number 11, Theo Marcalis. Number 12, Francesco Palladino. Number 13, Matthew Lazaridis, who provided that assist last week for the match winner. Also, number 19, Marco Delic. And that is one of the more interesting free kicks I've seen taken in NPL Victoria this season. Big hello to Peter McCormick tuning into his first NPL Victoria match from Bendigo tonight. Hope you're enjoying the action so far. Of course, we spoke in the last match about the connection between Green Gully and Bendigo, having played that match at the Tom Flood Sports Centre 20 years ago, the 1-1 draw with Faulkner. So we're saying, I remember that night my parents took me along to a Saturday night football match. It was a good place to watch from at the Tom Flood Sports Centre, which is a velodrome. I found out that in 2008 there was another match scheduled to be played in Bendigo between Green Gully and the AIS, who were competing in the NPL at the time, or the VPL, sorry, as it was called then. An AIS side that included names such as Ryan Grant, the current Socceroo right back, and sporter of that famous mullet. Here's Dixon for Hume City. It's a direct attempt, really. And then it comes back the other way. It's not sure if this surface is deterring some of the players from playing through the middle of the park. I hope not. This is Bowler. Wilson. Looked like a foul there, and it is given against Jonathan Boonis. Here's Hewitt, looking to play it in behind that Gully back line. And in the end, it needed that touch, because it was getting sprayed across the area. A lot of chat going on out there at the moment. And it was Gideon Sweet that was advancing on the left-hand side. He's had a good start to this match, defensively and getting forward. Yeah, a bit of confusion here. We're going to have a corner. It's going to be taken from that far side of your picture. Stephen Hewitt is wandering over to take it after fetching the ball from the opposite side of the pitch. Wilson will be a target here. He's just at the top of the area now. Green Gully definitely have the advantage of the height in this situation. It was away by Kalmar. This is Hewitt again, looking to go left and right. He comes into the area and sprays that one into the box. It was a good save from Tyson. Brown. Monaghan. It's blocked by his opposite number 6 in Jones. So Hewitt to take the corner from this near side now. Again, 2 hands in the air. In it comes. It gets through the near post area. There's a real scramble in there. Green Gully can clear though. This is Sweet. Tennant. Playing the diagonal ball forward, looking for Hewitt. Here's Brown. His touch was too heavy though. Wilson. Kalmar's found Boonis, and we've strung a couple of passes together in the middle of the park, which is good. Here comes Bayou now down the right-hand side for Gully. He's defended by Sweet. He blocks that one well. Good positioning from Sweet. Good contest between 2 exciting players there, Sweet and Bayou. Boonis. All the way back to Hall. Ball forward looking for Salmon. Wilson did enough. Bit of a clash of the Titans there between those two. Two of the larger guys out on the pitch tonight. Salmon sitting on 10 goals for the season, so he's in second place behind Liam Boland on 12. It was a hat-trick for Salmon last time we were here. When we were calling the match, the 4-0 win over Pascoe Vale alongside Cuddy Lambeski. Salmon with the hat-trick that day. A real day out for him. So if he can get one tonight, he might be able to replicate something of that calibre tonight. Here's Lampard for Gully. He was looking for Kalmar, but couldn't find him. Wilson coming out of defence and bringing the ball forward. Very competent, especially for a central defender. Here's Kaya. He's out on the left now. Looks to come inside onto his right. And now Fletcher can come away. End-to-end at the moment. Kalmar is colliding with Tennant. Davies. Davies was the assist king that day in that 4-0 win that I was just describing before. Purcell's pass is out for a throw. So another attack breaks down. So also around town tonight, we've got Melbourne Knights and Kingston City happening over at Knight Stadium. Pascoe Vale and Dandy Thunder. Bentley Greens and Dandy City. And the flag's up for offside here against Mitch Cooper. Some protest from the Hume players. Referees is just having none of it though. It was Janelle Summit putting the flag up. And now some confusion here. It will be a free kick to Hume City. Be Stephen Hewitt to take. Tyson barks out the instructions. This will require a quality delivery from Hewitt, the Englishman. So away by Hall to Boonas. Bayou. Cooper. Looking to play it through. The pass was for Bowler, but just went behind him, and then Green Gully were able to come away. Here's Boonas. Davies has popped up on that right-hand side now. The ball stays in for him. Looks for the step over. Gets onto his left. Then back onto the right. To the oohs and ahs of the crowd on this far side of Green Gully Reserve. Salmon. Lampard. Boonas. Good pass from Boonas. Away by Wilson. Brown. Great pass from Brown. Bowler comes forward. It's a good chance for Hume. He's got players left and right. He goes for Brown to his right. Brown plays it into the area. It's good defending in the end from Jordan Hall. But back to Brown. Brown to his left. Plays it into the area. Cooper looks to lay it off. Here's Brown again. He's causing havoc at the moment on this right-hand side. And he has won the corner. Look to play the low ball across the 6-yard box. It was blocked by Jordan Lampard. So we've gone over half an hour here now. Still 0-0. Hewitt to take the corner. In by Hewitt. Repelled by that Gully defence. Here's Kaya. Hewitt. He beats two players, gets onto his left. His shot's blocked as well. Seen quite a lot of shots being blocked tonight. play develops for Gully down this far side. They're going to just switch it back over to our near side here. Jordan Lampard. Some space for Nick Kalmar in the middle. He's good at finding space. And his pass was a bit of a hospital one, though, for Fletcher, who got cleaned up by Tennant. It's very committed play by both players involved. And the free kick's already been taken. Hall. His pass evades Purcell, and that wasn't the best bit of play we've seen tonight. This is Sweet with the throw for Hume City. Hewitt switching the play. Straight to Fletcher, though. Boonas. Kalmar. Purcell. This appeals for a free kick against Mitch Cooper. It was a slight delay, and then it was given. So a chance for the big men to come forward for Green Gully now. They are a very difficult side to play against aerially. Although saying that defensively, they did concede those 2 goals, almost identical in that 2-1 loss at the Knights last week. Both from headers, both from the exact same spot. Here's Kalmar with the free kick. It's away by James Brown. Tennant can see this one out. Brown back to Tennant, who plays up the park. It's only as far as Timmy Purcell. Jones. This is Salmon, looking to play in Bayou. Well defended, though, on this occasion, yes, by Gideon Sweet. But the free kick has gone against him eventually. Again, there was a slight delay there. And I think he thought he might have got away with it. One that he maybe shouldn't have got away with. Taken quickly by Bayou. Davies. He's Bayou. Backs his pace. It doesn't come off on that occasion. Brown. Bowler. Wilson. Monahan. Bowler. Kaya. Looks to play it out to his left-hand side to find Hewitt. Hewitt can get onto his right foot here. He's gone down. Didn't look like a pen from here. There was some appeals, but they weren't too loud. Here's Davies for Gully. Lampard. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Plays it in low, but the quality wasn't on that ball either. It's Urson Kaya. Monahan and Bowler combine. The 2 defensive mids for Hume City. Provide that valuable screen for the back 4. It's a bit of discontent erupting out in the field by just a couple of the different Hume City players at the moment. Just not quite clicking as they bring the ball forward as they'd like. Bayou. Purcell. Boonas. Looking to play in Bayou. In the end, it's a good bit of defending from Daniel Dixon. Sliding in to thwart that chance. Boonas. Jay Davies. And Hume win the ball back. Kay has gone down, but the play's been... play continues, no foul. Yeah, we'll get a stoppage. It is a throw to Green Gully. Purcell to take the throw. Salmon. Bayou. Free kick for Gully. It was the linesman on the far side. Jordan English waved his flag. He saw something untoward. To alert referees is that the foul had occurred. Be Nick Kalmar to deliver this one. Again, the big man forward for Gully. Kalmar. And the header is good. It's in the goal. It was Daniel Jones with the finish. Expertly taken free kick from Nick Kalmar does the damage for Hume City. And they fall 1-0 behind. You could say it's against the run of play a little bit. A frustrated Hume City will have to respond. It was really the quality of that free kick that made the opportunity. Good pace on that ball. And all Jones had to do was just meet it firmly. The ball was in the back of the net for Gully. So as we approach halftime, it wasn't what Hume City wanted going into the break. But there is still time to pull one back before the interval for Hume City. They have been lively going forward, but just not quite fluid enough in that link between midfield and attack. Here's Kaya sliding in. Kaya again. Mitch Cooper's gone down. It was practically off the ball, you had to say. And it's a very good position for Hume City, this free kick. Some sections of the crowd near me saying that could have been played as an advantage as the ball had been sprayed out to that left wing, but I fancy they wouldn't mind this set-piece opportunity. This is a very good position to test out Jared Tyson as he organises his wall here. I did hear an interesting interview with Jared Tyson on the Football Renegade show on the radio this week. When he's not between the posts, he's quite handy in the kitchen, I hear. Now, Dixon is over it. Looks like Monaghan to take. In fact, it was Hewitt. Stephen Hewitt put that one wide. Wasn't far away. As he grimaces. Has just how agonisingly close that was. Got it up and down over that wall, which is no mean feat in itself. Tyson with the goal kick. It was Monaghan with the header. Winning the free kick. In that aerial duel. Gone 43 and a half minutes here at Green Gully. The hosts enjoying that 1-0 lead. Wilson. This is Bowler. He's popped up into the right back position temporarily. As Tennant moves back into his spot now. Bowler. Looking for Cooper. It's played forward by Hewitt. Just wouldn't quite break for Cooper there. Wilson. There's appeals for a late challenge on him to be given, but play continues. Foot race between Wilson and Salmon, but it runs out of play. Throw to Hume City. in the shadows of halftime now. Bowler. Bit of banter going on between Kalmar and Brown. Lampard with the throw. Wave. Bouncing around. Here's Salmon. Gets the shot away. It's a decent connection, and it's been given as a corner on that far side. So one more chance for Gully to add to this 1-0 lead. So we are now into stoppage time in this first half. Very pleased to say the rain has now stayed away for the most of this first half. Taken quickly. Bayou. Kalmar. His cross is blocked. This is Hewitt. Looking for Cooper. He's a pacey type. Causing a few headaches there for some of the Gully defenders. Davies is adjudged to have brought him down. Last chance of the first half for Hume City. Bowler. He's looking for Kaya. Kaya brings it down. Sweet. Sweet with the cross. Davies can bring it away, and that should just about do us for the first half here. Wilson and Salmon collide. You can see that coming from a mile away. Fletcher's touch lets him down with that interception there. You can hear the frustration on your stream at home. Tennant with the throw. Bowler. Wilson for Dixon. Here's Brown. Monahan for Bowler. He's got Tennant available to his right. He comes inside. Here's Brown. Almost everyone back for Gully now, except for Alex Salmon. Everyone sitting behind the ball. Wilson. I did forget that there was that significant delay for the injury to Michael Weir, so that is why the longer additional time in this first half. Fletcher's header. Davies with the turn, and surely he's won the foul there as he's been clipped and brought down. See, one of the disadvantages of being located on this far side for the broadcast is difficult to sometimes see what's happening over with the fourth official in the technical areas with regard to substitutions and additional time. We will do our best to keep you posted of what's happening. It's quite the delay here. Jones is told to hurry up as he brings it forward. Here's Bunas. And that's gone out. Tennant's throw. Wilson. Monahan, the captain. He's got Dixon in support. Dixon playing in centre back. He looks so comfortable on the ball. He could easily slot into centre midfield, you would think. Brown. Sweet playing it forward, looking for Hewitt, and that one runs too long. One or two whistles going on this side of the pitch. I'm not sure if they're whistling for half time or if they're whistling for someone to shout them at the bar. Always good to get in and beat the line at the start of half time. Tyson with the goal kick. And we do have half-time here at Green Gully Reserve. A 1-0 lead to the home team, Green Gully, over Hume City. The goal coming from or resulting from the free kick from Nick Helmer, headed home by Daniel Jones. So we will join you again in 15 minutes. Thank you for watching. I look forward to bringing the second half to you very soon. My name's Steve Curtin. We'll see you again soon. Thank you. Welcome back here to Green Gully Reserve in Keilor Downs in Melbourne's northwest. I'm Steve Curtin here to cover this second half for you now. It's currently a 1-0 scoreline. Daniel Jones with the header, giving that Green Gully side a 1-0 lead over Hume City. Some of the scores from the other games around town tonight. Melbourne Victory currently leading Wellington Phoenix 3-1 in the 86th minute. Over at Bentley, the home side are winning 1-0 against Dandenong City. Heidelberg are up 1-0 against Port Melbourne Sharks. Pascoe Vale and Dandenong Thunder currently 0-0. All progress scores during the second half for those matches. We say here, currently 1-0. Play it down here already. It looks like James Brown only gone about 25 seconds of the second half when he went down. The ball was bouncing around in that midfield area. So I hope you're enjoying this match at home on our YouTube channel from NPL Victoria. I think there was some slight issues with our Facebook Live tonight. I'm actually unable to find it on our Facebook page. If you can find it, please get those comments in. And I'll hopefully be able to read them out for you. Big hello to a loyal fan of our broadcast, Joel in East Geelong, tuning in tonight. Some big games happening down there tonight, including the derby in State League 2 between Corio and Geelong Rangers. Header from Sweet. This is Hewitt. In fact, it was Monahan, sorry. And Monahan is unhappy that he didn't get that throw given his way. Showing some discontent towards referee's assistant. Play continues now through Bunas. Here's Jones. Lampard's fallen down as he played that ball forward. Here's Kalmar popping up out on the left-hand side now. Expert tackle, though, to strip the ball from him. Here's Kaya. And it's a great first-time pass for Sweet. Sweet can bring the ball forward for Hume City. He looks up and assesses his options. This is Kaya. Monahan. Bowler. One back by Alex Salmon. He's the most advanced player for Green Gully, and he was about 30 yards out from his own goal. Green Gully do come forward, though, now. Here's Salmon again. Davies. Kalmar. Davies with the first-time pass. Finds its way out here to Timmy Purcell. The centre midfielder come right back tonight. He's got Bunas in space. Can get the ball and turn and switch the play. Here's Kalmar. Out there to Fletcher. He has overlap from Lampard. Coming forward like a steam train past him. Now Lampard receives it, plays it in towards Salmon, but it's straight to Gideon Sweet. Hewitt. Here's Kaya. Bunas for Kalmar. There's not enough support, so he comes back. Then Hume City can now bring the ball forward through Bowler. Bowler goes past his man expertly. He's got the two players in front of him to go to. James Brown is back up and running. It looks like he is okay. James Brown scored that phenomenal goal on the volley last week. Perfectly timed. And perfect timing too, because it was in injury time to give his side a 2-1 win at home against Pascoe Vale. Okay. Oh. Shout out to the Gully boys, Walker and Brennan, just back from the canteen, enjoying this match. The hospitality is excellent. Thanks, gentlemen. I'm also told that Jared Tyson has some involvement in organising desserts that are available here. I'm sure someone will be able to write in and confirm that if that's true. Daniel Dixon with the ball for Hume City. Boonis. Good switch from him out to Fletcher. Back to Lampard. Cut out by Tennant, and now City can come forward again. And that's a foul on James Brown. It's committed by Boonas. He slid in. It looked quite intentional. A lot of appeals for a yellow card to be shown to Boonas, but he seems to be looking like he will escape with just a verbal warning on this occasion. Okay, the delay is over and Hume City can take the free kick. It'll be Steve Hewitt to take. Taker of all set pieces for Hume City tonight. It's a high ball. It might almost stay in. Certainly that sand seems to be adding a lot of backspin. Balls that are lobbed tend to get a lot of spin and hold up. That one still didn't though. It was still far too long. Hume City chasing this 1-0 deficit. You can look to the bench. His options might include Theo Marcellus or Matthew Lazaridis, who did provide that assist last week. We've also got Francesco Palladino and Marco Dalic available. So he already made one sub tonight with the unfortunate injury to Michael Weir, being replaced by James Kaperanowski. Here's Jay Davies. Bowler. The ball came through there looking for Mitch Cooper, but it just runs too long. Interesting story, Mitch Cooper, really. Born in Port Vila in Vanuatu. Ended up being the youngest ever captain of an A-League team when he was at Gold Coast United. In that spell at the Newcastle Jets, and then since suffering 2 ACL reconstructions, 1 in each knee, then a stint down here in Victoria at Nunawading, and then via Green Gully finds himself here at Hume City. Although back at Green Gully Reserve tonight. The 2 number 7s go at it, Davies and Kaya. It will be a throw. No one really wants to take it. Purcell take his time. A little bit too early for Green Gully to be trying to ice the clock, you would say. Only going 54 minutes here. Long way to go in this one. Sweet with the throw. Goes back to Dixon. Here's blocker Wilson. 1-2 with Brown. Kaya cannot get it under control, and here comes Bunas with Kalmar. Bunas continues. Looking for a target. Here's Fletcher on that far side. Gets the ball in, but it's only travelled about 4 metres before being cut off by Wilson. Tennant can bring the ball forward. And his pass is a little too long as well. A little bit cagey from both sides since resuming from this second half. Coming up, we do have the female football round running from the 7th to the 13th of May. You can get on the FFE website and find a link to organise your players some purple laces to wear next week for just $2 a pair to celebrate the occasion. Here's Dixon. This is sweet. So this week we saw the launch in Victoria of the Emerging Matildas program. Here's Kaya for Sweet. Sweet can cross here. It's a tidy ball coming in, but it is repelled by the Green Gully defence. That's a bit of a nasty foul there. The referees are surrounded by green and white protests. So Matthew Fletcher's gone down. He was caught late. It's just a little bit of feeling between these two sets of players at the moment. You would think it was a challenge that will call for a yellow card, but it looks like it will go without a caution. So just a couple of flash points in this match now. Jared Tyson coming out to have his say about how he saw things there in that foul. We'll check those scores for you around the grounds again while we have this delay. Eventually the card did come out for the challenge. We've got a full-time score at Amy Park. Melbourne victory have overcome Wellington Phoenix in that elimination final. 3-1. Wellington Phoenix finishing with 10 men. Bentley Greens still leading Dandenong City 1-0, and Heidelberg United leading Port Melbourne Sharks by the same score, and still 0-0 between Pascoe Vale and Dandenong Thunder. So we say still 1-0 here to Green Gully. First half goal by Daniel Jones. Gully come forward again. Can't have enough structure to their attack at the moment. Here's Purcell for Kalmar. Lets it run. Davies. Lampard comes forward. Fletcher with the cross. Oh, and it needed an intervention. Here's T-Boy Kamara with the cross. And Fletcher's shot come out for a throw-in. As you can see there on the near side, T-Boy Kamara has actually entered the fray. As we said, being on this far side from the technical areas, we can miss a few things from time to time. He's replaced Adisu Bayu. And we're about to see a change for Hume City as they chase this match down by a 1-0. Urson Kaya is the player coming off. He's being replaced by Matthew Lazaridis. Here's Tennant. He wins the throw for Hume City in this advanced position. Wilson. Back for Dixon. Switching it to Sweet. Raking past that finds him. Gets away from T-Boy Kamara. Ball just bouncing off Mitch Cooper, and then Green Gully regain possession. It's like another foul on Fletcher. He's gone down again. And that was a little bit late as well. Referees, yes, this is over, having a chat to the Green Gully staff in the technical area there. I think he's heard enough out of the dugout. The ball's floated forward. Header was won by Sweet. Purcell with the throw for Salmon. Back to Purcell again. Brown with interception, and it goes back now to Monaghan, who can switch the play. He used Tennant. Wilson with the ball forward. It's a good ball too. It found Brown. Brown just lost his footing after bringing it down. The touch wasn't too bad. It was still pretty close to him, but his footing had departed. Dixon. Wilson. Tennant. Tennant looking and assessing his options. He's got Bowler in the centre of the park. Bowler gets it back off Cooper. Brown for Dixon. Some runs coming through the middle. This is one. It looks like it will be onside. Yeah, Lazaridis with the cross. And it was a decent one too, and it needed an intervention. Looks like it was Jordan Hall, the left back, coming across to cut out that cross from the opposite side of the pitch from his position. It's a good effort. Get over there and cover. Hume City will benefit, though, from having a corner now. Hewitt to take. All the players are congested right in front of Jared Tyson there, almost obstructing him. In it comes. Tyson swings an arm and gets a palm to it, I think. Yes, he has. And that will be a Hume City throw. So Hume can keep the pressure on here, and they need to. It's Monahan's touch. It's come back. And his bowler now. Play developed on the right-hand side. Lazaridis was the target of that cross. And Lazaridis is already making an impact since coming on as a sub. Here's Sweet. Wilson. This is Monahan. Playing the 1-2 with Tennant. It's another raking ball forward. It was headed away by Hall. And that looks like a foul by James Brown on Jordan Lampard. Giannis Zizis awarding the free kick to Green Gully. We've gone 65 minutes now. Still anyone's game. Tyson plays it forward. Jones. His pass is intercepted. Just a little bit too rushed there. It was a good interception by Wilson. He just sort of came forward 100 miles an hour. Here's the ball looking for Fletcher. Wilson reads it well, expertly you could say. Here's the substitute keeper clearing it away. Substitute keeper being Kapranovsky. And here comes Lazaridis, a substitute. He's through and into the area. And he's just lost possession. It was a good interception from Timmy Purcell, playing it back to Jared Tyson. It was needed because a couple of more steps there and Lazaridis would have been bearing down on goal. Bit more intensity coming into the game. This is good. Wilson. This is Monahan. In fact, it was Bowler. My apologies. Tyson with the ball again. Tasmanian-born goalkeeper. He's put that one in to the grandstand over there. Davies looking for Salmon. Salmon coming in the left flank now. He's got Kamara coming into the box if he can find him. He goes back to Fletcher. Salmon looks for the cross, playing it in. It was Sweet clearing it away. This is Harry Monahan. Ball forward from Bowler looking for Lazaridis and the flag's gone up. Davina. Close call that one. Bentley Green still leading Dandenong City 1-0, going beyond the 90th minute there. Davies. This is Kamara. Kamara leaves it behind. Lazaridis ran into a brick wall that was Boonas. Here's Monahan. Free for Hume City. Bowler. Another big tackle flying in. Really feel that referee Zizis has got his work cut out for him tonight. Tackles are flying in. A lot of them a little bit late. I think that the extra bit of sand on the top dressing on the pitch tonight might have caused a few of these challenges to be happening more frequently than we would have liked to have seen tonight. Green Gully get the ball rolling again. Lampard. Here's Fletcher. Looks to juggle it over Dixon, but was unable to. In fact, it was Wilson he was trying to juggle it over. Boonas. cleared away by Dixon. Ball's a little bit too long there. Chased by Kamara. But even he, with his steering pace, cannot reach that one. As we were saying earlier in the week, we had the launch of the Emerging Matildas program. We're going to have a substitute here for Green Gully first, though, before I come back to that story. There's Nick Halmar going off, handing the captain's armband to Jay Davies. We might see a slight reshuffle here. For Green Gully. Player coming on as William Siamas. Talented youngster here at Green Gully Reserve. Wilson. That ball was a little bit far behind Tennant, but he makes good ground. Long ball forward by Kaparovsky. Substitute keeper Kaparovsky. He's not the tallest goalkeeper I've seen. Looks like he does have very long legs for a shorter player, though. I'm sure he's got a fair leap on him too. Still nil-nil in that match between Pascoe Vale and Dandenong Thunder in the 90th minute now. We're in the 72nd minute here. It's 1-0 to Green Gully. Dixon looking for Sweet, but it's headed away by Kamara. Hume can gain some territory here. This is Dixon looking to switch it. Bowler for Tennant. Bowler runs into Davies. Boonis. Tyson. Tyson's kick has gone straight up in the air. Bowler wins the header. As we were saying before regarding that launch of the Emerging Matildas program here in Victoria this week, the program will focus on training and development for female juniors. So that will supplement the Future Matildas program, which runs out of Sydney. So speaking of female football, it is only 35 days till the Women's World Cup kicks off in France. On the 7th of June, the opening match between France and the Korea Republic at the Parc des Princes in Paris. Here comes Boonis, switching to Fletcher. Looks like Bowler has it covered. This is Siamas, the substitute. Davies. Boonis looks to shoot. Fakes his shot. And there's just about a whole beach worth of sand went flying up in the air as his shot went wide there and along the ground. And that Women's World Cup coming up in June. The Matildas are grouped with Italy, Brazil and Jamaica. Goal kick by Kaparinowski. It evades everyone. Header from Cooper. And Mitch Cooper got pulled down there. Just saw the tug of the shirt from here. It's getting a bit willing again. You'd imagine that would have to be a yellow card. The guilty party is Purcell, and he is shown the yellow card. Busy night for referee Zizis tonight. We've got another delay here as well. Looks like Jordan Hall. It's actually Alex Salmon, who's found himself seated in the middle of Green Gully Reserve. It's been a quiet night for Salmon by his standards. Obviously very lofty standards he sets with his 10-goal season so far from 10 games. Although James Brown from Hume City is hot on his heels with 9. He would love to add another goal to his tally tonight. Scoring form last week. Hume City will do battle this Tuesday night in the FFA Cup against Heidelberg United in that all NPL Victoria clash at Olympic Village. Make sure you get along to that one and support Australia's #1 cup competition. Here's Hewitt with the free. Swung in. It's too close to Tyson, who comes out off his line and catches that one, and he's been bowled over. And all hell could break loose here any minute. And it is a yellow card in the end. It's shown to Wilson. Substitution for Hume City. Looks like Benjamin Bowler is coming off. He's been replaced by Theo Marcellus, the ex-Victory man. Salmon won that header well. Back on his feet after that earlier injury delay. Tennant with the long ball. It's cut out by Jones. Here comes Davies. Hall. It's a long kick from Tyson. It's going to go straight through to Kafranovsky. Wilson can bring the ball forward. Monahan just dropping in between the two centre backs there temporarily. Dixon brings it forward now. Marcellus. Dixon again. Dixon's ball ultimately unsuccessful. To the 78th minute now. Jared Tyson taking his time in picking up that ball, and James Brown just came forward to make sure he keeps the play moving. Temperature's just dropping a little bit here. It was around 15 degrees when I arrived at Green Gully Reserve tonight. It feels like it's at least a couple of degrees cooler now. But fortunately the wind and the rain is absent. We can hope it can stay that way for the next 15 minutes or so. Salmon. Marcellus plays a good early ball, looking for Cooper. He's encouraged to take on Purcell. Purcell already on a yellow. Marcellus. Gully get back to defend, and he's forced out wide. This is Monahan. Marcellus. Dinks the ball in. It's away by Hall. Tennant come flying in and got his foot to that one. It's come out to Dixon. Dixon can look for the little reverse pass. In fact, it eventually comes out there through James Brown to Sweet, but Sweet had moved too soon. Offside. A full-time score at Pascoe Vale. 1-1 with Danny Thunder. So that match was 0-0 only a short time ago. So I look forward to going home to catch the highlights of that one tonight. Must have been a dramatic finish. Header from Dixon and Cooper. It's gone through to Davies though. Davies passes looking for Salmon, but Dixon can cut it out easily. Salmon gets in to apply some pressure. Wilson. This is Hewitt. Brown. Some space opening up for Brown to run into. Here's Sweet on the left-hand side for Hume. To Brown. Brown can play it in towards the back post. It was headed away by Hall, and then it just bounced around, and eventually it comes out. It's cleared out by Siamis. In the end, Salmon plays it back to Tyson. You don't see that too often, the number 9 playing it back to the goalkeeper. But it's that kind of night. As the young junior player's just taken a screamer on the wing in front of us, catching that clearance. Here's Dixon. Hewitt just dropping a little bit deeper at the moment. Wilson. Tennant. Lazaridis. Bowler's ball forward. In fact, it was Hewitt. Flicked on by Cooper, but it was just straight to Tyson. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. That one doesn't reach Fletcher. It's cut out by Hewitt. Hewitt drills the ball across the area. It had some pace on it, but it had too much pace. Marcellus couldn't make that one. Hume need to get a wriggle on now. In the 82nd minute. Green Gully are a side that do look comfortable just sitting on a lead. Experienced heads in that back line. Tyson taking his time with the goal kick. And he bangs it long again. It's flicked on by Boonis. Ball forward from Fletcher. Is looking for Kamara. It was cut out by Sweet. It's a good ball by Sweet for Brown. Brown is onside. And he got his shot away, but there just wasn't enough on it. The pressure from the Green Gully defence was good enough to put him off that shot. That was almost an opening out of nothing, really. The defence were almost caught napping, but were able to recover. Brown burst through on that fairly straightforward pass that come up the field from Sweet. Here's Kamara in for Siamis. Plays a good ball out there to Fletcher. Fletcher just can't quite get it under control, and it runs up the player's race. Here's Dixon. Tennant. This is Sweet. Gideon Sweet just looking to play it back, and Hume will switch the play again. Left to right, right to left. Monaghan's ball across to Tennant. Here's Hewitt. The players interchanging positions now. Even Mitch Cooper seems to be in like a number 6 at the moment, just temporarily at least. Here's Hewitt. Looks to play it through. It's through for, it was Marcellus looking to run onto that one. And James Brown. Neither could get on the end of it though. It's good keeping from Tyson in the end. He has been pretty good tonight. That's another rainmaker from him. Hewitt. It's back to Tennant. And Hume win the throw. Hume need to get the pressure on pretty urgently. Here's Tennant. Hewitt. Looks to bring the ball forward with some urgency. He plays in Sweet now. Sweet with the cross. It's flicked away by Jones, and it needed to be. This is Dixon, the centre-back who's come forward. Gets the shot with purpose on target. Straight into the breadbasket, though. Jared Tyson can catch it and clear it away again. Plenty of kicking practice for him tonight. Wilson. Marcellus will give chase. Even Usain Bolt wasn't going to get that one. Green Gully have the throw. Again, Purcell, the makeshift right back, to take it. He's taking his time. Here's Kamara. He's been a little bit quiet since he's come on in the second half. Here's Siamis, the youngster. Looks to play Fletcher in, but his pass is too long and too wide. It's easy for Kapranovsky to pick up. Difficult gig being a substitute keeper. You spend a whole season sitting there for 90 minutes every week, but today Kapranovsky got his call for the injury to Michael Weir. We hope Michael Weir is okay, and we wish him a speedy recovery. A lot of players trying to G themselves up now for a big final 5 minutes. Siamis. This is Fletcher. Salmon. Siamis' ball to Bunas. It's intercepted by Brown. Brown's off and away. Here comes Gideon Sweet. Mitch Cooper. Excellent tackle from Timmy Purcell. Took a bit of a divot and took the ball as well. Sweet. For Wilson. Hewitt. This is Dixon. Great ball from Dixon to find James Brown on this left-hand side. James Brown's offside. Mitch Cooper stretching out the calves at the moment. Hopefully he's not about to cramp up at this crucial time of the match. You'd think Hume City should retain some hope given their last gasp winner last week in that game against Pascoe Vale. Here's Tyson's kick. It's a very flat one. It goes straight to Tennant. Tennant can bring it back the other way. He's looking for Lazaridis. No flag. Lampard. This is James Brown on the right-hand side for Hume. He's been moving around on the left a moment to go on the right now. Fletcher with the ball now. And Bunas loses out. But does get the throw. Do apologise for being unable to get to the Facebook comments tonight. Certainly a part of the game that we enjoy your interaction with you at home or our other grounds. But I hope you're enjoying the match through our NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Strap yourself in for a frantic final few minutes here at Green Gully Reserve. Wilson. This is Wilson playing it out to Sweet. Sweet's looking for Marcellus. Siamis got back to head that one away. The youngster, Billy Siamis. Certainly endearing himself to the regular starters in this team there with that defensive effort. Throw in. Coming towards the 6-yard box, but it's cleared away by that Green Gully defence. Here's Cooper. Mark Ellis looking for Brown. You thought just for a moment there Brown might have been able to run onto that one, but it just took off the surface. Collided into the fence. Just big hello to a couple of the Green Gully boys who are sitting in front of me there. Andy Brennan and Jeremy Walker. Good to see them back on the field soon. James Kapranovsky playing it out. This is Wilson bringing the ball forward for Hume. He's found Sweet. And here's Cooper coming into the area. Purcell does enough to block his low cross and win the ball back with help from Kamara. Kamara plays a long ball looking for Salmon to try and hold it up. It's a 3-on-1 up there and somehow Salmon comes out with the ball. He's heading for the corner flags. He's got no support around him. There's no doubt about that. He will just bunker in there next to the corner flag near the referee assistant, Janelle Samet. But he's lost out, and Wilson brings the ball away. And here's Hewitt now. How the Hume fans like to see him with the ball a little bit closer to goal in this set of circumstances. Tennant brings the ball in for Hewitt. A little diagonal pass to James Brown. They need something mercurial now from him, perhaps. Monahan, the captain. His pass doesn't find McAllis. And that ball's going to come up into our camera stand and land on the roof of it. And that is a decent clearance. Thought we were about to win a header up here on the hill. Here's Hewitt. Time running out now. We have gone over the 90 minutes. James Brown. The cross does not have the quality that it needed. Goal kick for Gully. Just saying, unfortunately, we did not catch how long the fourth official is adding on tonight. Tyson, the consummate professional. Good game management, just delaying play a little bit. Now his goal kick comes forward. Absolute last gasp now, you would have to say. Wilson's ball forwards, only as far as Davies. Here's Siamis, looking to play in Salmon. His pass a little too direct. Good use of the body from Wilson. It's Tennant and Hewitt now. Hewitt's become almost an auxiliary part of the back four, trying to help support their attack in the last few minutes here. Here comes Sweet. It's a decent ball. Brown was there. And that could have been the chance as James Brown kicks the fence in frustration. The cross from Sweet was a nice one. Brown's header was unable to be angled on target though. Here's Salmon. Wilson does enough to clear it away. This is Hewitt. This one's not over just yet. Monahan. Here's Tennant. Tennant plays it forward. Dixon. It's a long throw. He fell over in the process. And that is full time. Unable to trouble the scorers in the second half. And try they might. They were unable to piggyback that first half goal scored by Daniel Jones. Green Gully just seemed so comfortable putting men behind the ball with that 1-0 lead, where other sides might not. They certainly did well managing this game tonight. They didn't create a lot of chances, but they capitalised on that chance. That headed goal by Daniel Jones from the dead ball situation taken by Nick Kelmar. And Green Gully will, with that result, they will leapfrog Hume City. They will move on to 19 points. And next week, these teams can look forward to clashes. For Green Gully, it's a trip to Dandenong Thunder, whereas Hume City will host the Melbourne Knights, who had the draw with Kingston City tonight. So we hope you've enjoyed this match. A 1-0 win to Green Gully. The home fans will go home with smiles on their faces and enjoy the rest of their weekend, no doubt. For Hume City, it just wasn't quite their night. Unable to replicate the heroics of their 2-1 win last week in injury time. Thanks for joining us. My name's Steve Curtin. I wish you an enjoyable Friday night and a great weekend of football in NPL Victoria. Thank you and good night from Green Gully Reserve.